Hello, hello to all my beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video on Cracked Wide Open. Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video on Cracked Wide Open, where we break through to consciousness and we find the true essence of self in our creator. I'm Star. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the energy and what's going on, and I wanted to come out and spend some time with the collective, send some positive vibes out to you guys, and hold some loving space for the collective. We're going through some challenging times, and that's for sure. So tonight I want to bring a little bit of spiritual immunity to the community and to our world. I want to first do a couple things, get a couple housekeeping out of the way, and send my condolences to my friend who has just lost her mother. I'm so sorry for your loss. My prayers and my healing energy goes out to you. It's never easy. We're all going through challenging times and losing parents and relatives, and we're struggling with the collective consciousness, right? I just want to tell you that awareness is not a concept. It's a pointer back to which is beyond. And Veda means knowledge, and Vedanta is actually means source consciousness, the body of knowledge, which has been revealed over time for eons, right? So I want to first give a big shout out because it's the anniversary of 9/11. I want to send all of my gratitude and thanks to the 9/11 and the first responders that got us through that tragic event. This is the 20-year anniversary. So this positive energy that I'm sending out to the collective, we need. I want to send my condolences out to the family members, anyone who lost friends, family, co-workers during that tragic event. I send you my loving energy and healing light. So sorry for your loss. Even the 20-year anniversary sometimes doesn't take away pain. So I want to hold some space. I want to give you guys some modalities to use if you're feeling like things are closing in a little bit on you. To know a person is to know stillness, to know love, to know presence. Our universal collective is in a grip of an egoic mind pattern, and it's creating negativity for the collective in a mind-based program. That's causing separation between us. There's no stillness in the presence of the mind. It just causes samsara. So the inner alignment will end the suffering. And so tonight I would like to hold that space and remind you of a few things, if you would allow me to do that. If you can radiate simple indifference in humanity, do you know how immensely attractive you would be? You would radiate pure love, pure Christ consciousness from within you to others. Change needs to occur on a collective level. No way can I help to be to use or any of my modalities if I don't share them with others, right? Where one or more is, then there he is in the midst. So one of the ways I do this is I use earth medicine and the earth medicine and their elements, right? The earth medicine, it has the ability to cause transmutation and transcendence, the conversion of base metals into gold or silver. I'm sure you've heard that. It's also the conversion of one element to another, hate into love, for example. We are the pure light of source of consciousness. So tonight I'd like to hold the space and give my condolences, as I said, regarding the 9/11, to my friend who lost her mom, and to the family members of the 9/11 tragedy. Spirit wants us all to live in harmony, to have flow, to have balance. Spirit does not want us studying life and each other. That is not where the magic happens. The magic happens living this life in harmony, in love, in peace, and to have that for all mankind and humanity. I want to remind you that love heals, it renews, it provides safety, it inspires us. Love outs all fear to unveil the immortality and bring peace. Love removes all doubt. Love is the ultimate sense of self. To know you are love and to be lovable. You are love. You are lovable. Be both of those qualities. I believe that negativity was born out of the gaps where love was excluded, where we were afraid to see ourselves for who we were. We might not like what we see. It might scare us. We create our own obstacles. You are love, and you are the gift of love. You're not only the gift of love, you're the giver of that love. So being whole is love with no opposition. So radiate simple indifference in humanity. If you can do this, you radiate love. Be the knowing, be love, and be your lovable self. How do you do that? Just be yourself. Just be yourself in all your quirks and all your flaws and all your things that you tell yourself. Give thanks to your Creator for making you perfect just the way you are. Give thanks to your Creator for creating you in this perfect way. You are love and you are lovable. You are the gift and you are the giver. Veda, again, means knowledge in Sanskrit. Self-knowledge, and the trilogy is the world, ego, and God, and Vedanta is the source consciousness. Hello, my beautiful souls. Thank you for stopping in. Awareness means presence. Awareness or presence is the only thing that can dissolve the unconscious past within you. It's the only thing that can. It's the only thing that is so powerful that it can drop the unconscious past off of you like magic. Awareness means that presence and our collective consciousness needs to evolve because most have not taken that quantum leap, if you will. And that's where all possibilities and all probabilities lie. That's where consciousness lies. That's where stillness is. Stillness and consciousness is not found on the outside of us. It radiates from the inside of us. So I want to give thanks and send love and light and hold space for the collective. I also want to give a few self-administering modalities that you can self-teach yourself through my channel or through other shamanic healers channels. You can use and allow to have this space balance your harmony, give you flow, and bring you back into homeostasis. Our egos, it needs enemies to survive. It does not care about changing sides at a drop of a hat. And unhappiness and ego cannot reside in consciousness. Unhappiness cannot survive in the now. It cuts it off to pure love. That's the transmutation that I was talking about when I opened up the beginning of the video. the transmutation, the violet flame. If you do a meditation or Google meditation on the violet flame, you will realize the violet flame is your creator. So I want to do the singing bowl, and I want to give you guys some exercises that you can do. You can take packages like this and you can wrap up Palo Santo. I took and I used cedar, frankincense, Palo Santo, white sage, and pine. And I placed it outside in the medicine wheel that's in my backyard. And I sent a lightning bolt out to Father Sky, to Gaia, in all four directions for the collective, for unconditional love, peace, and joy. And I want to send additional energy out to you guys. We have meridians and chakras and auras, and I won't go into a lot of detail here, but if you could consider your body as a vehicle, and your body's on a highway, and that highway is this 3D plane, no different than the freeway when we're in our car. And when the freeway gets clogged up, we have to call in the infrastructure, the 911, the fire department, and we have to start diverting traffic off the off-ramp, or we have to just put a block up and stop traffic altogether. Sometimes we have to back it up, right? Well, your body does the same thing. The actual gross is what they use in medical terms. So it just means the real, right? The gross of the body is the ethereal body that lies outside of you. It can radiate as far as 25 to 30 feet outside of you. Okay. These are your antennas, if you will. Okay. And it's all surrounding your body, and you have a personal space, and you have a central canal, and you have a governing canal that runs down the back of you. The central and governing canal go this way. The chakras go counterclockwise. Okay. Not only that, but if you could imagine a kaleidoscope, when you look in one of those things and you see a kaleidoscope, that is the kaleidoscope of the grid within your body. The energies swirl this way, they'll swirl this way, they'll swirl this way, they'll swirl this way. And it looks just like a kaleidoscope, and we are on a grid. And the grid is our world, is this 3D world. We are this avatar. The mind is ego. The body is mass, and spirit is consciousness. That's the trilogy that I spoke of earlier: the world, ego, and God. The world on the cross is this, and God is this. So this is the trilogy of our world, our children's world. They will be the sentinel beings that will be running our planet. We are going to go in distinction if we don't wake up. Our evolution on our planet, we are killing one another through pain, through our own suffering, by not even knowing that we're doing it, because most have not made the quantum leap and are not aware yet. Therefore, they don't even know. They're unaware. That's why they call it awareness, my darlings, okay? So you have this aura that takes in all this information, and all this information is coming from your environment. Where you go, your work, where you shop, where you eat, where you sleep, where you shower, all of it, right? And we have what we call mirror neurons. And they call them mirror neurons for a reason. They take a slice, if you will, almost like a little computer program that you put in your computer, and they take a slice, like a digital camera, of every single event that has occurred in your life since you were born out of this world. It stores it in the neurons in your cells and in the chakras. We are 76.8% water, And the rest of us are neurons, cells. And if someone tells you they've made the quantum leap and they can see energy and some other things, you have to be in consciousness to make that quantum leap where all possibilities and probabilities lie. All I can do, I can't give it to you. You can't buy it from someone. You can't go to the store and get it, but I can give you guideposts. I can give you speed bumps. I can show you the way. And if you start practicing some of these daily health maintenance that will protect and maintain balance, flow, harmony within your body, within your meridians, within your energy systems, then you can maintain homeostasis, extend your life, reverse disease, remove tumors. I've seen very profound things happen in my journey as a shamanista. I call myself, because I'm not a man, I'm a shamanista. I don't even know what the word meant prior to my awakening. I'm just being downloaded with a lot of clairs, clairaudient, clairsentient, and I just know, I know, and I don't need to be told at all. It's like I call it an intuitive hit, if you will, and it kind of comes before the event occurs, and it doesn't give me the exact details, and it's always in sacred symbolism, and it only means something to me because Spirit's bringing it to me, and as soon as I figure it out, the event takes place in my life. It's magic. It's magic. So when you do this, this is something that you want. This is my greatest achievement in life, waking up to the illusion of thought. You are not your thought. You are not this body. You are a sentinel being in this, on this plane, really, as an avatar, and you are playing in a world, and this world is your movie. Okay. And you're going to base your players and all the people and the props and the things you do, the things you drive and eat and da 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 in your movie to fit your conceptual story that you have here about who you are based on your upbringing, your limited belief patterns that you were taught by no fault of your own. So I want to make you aware. Aware becomes awareness, right? The meridians, like I was telling you, the aura is your antenna, if you will. And the meridians, these are the points in the body. There's really only one meridian, but it breaks up into 14 different points and it meets up. So we consider 14 hotspots, 14, I call them hotspots. So, but each one of them is vital energy transportation system that includes all 14 of those tangible channels. And that is how this antenna brings the energy in. How? By sensory input and your 5 senses: touch, taste, feel, hearing, and seeing. Okay. And you're going to take a mere slice of everything you see, touch, eat, feel, including emotions. So when you grew up, whether your parents taught you good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't make any difference. Is what it is. When you learn, you know better and you do better, and you will realize many things are pseudo, false. So these meridians are kind of like I'll have to use it like the freeway, the infrastructure. You cannot call in the infrastructure, meaning you can't call in your emergency response. If you get scared and you need to respond on a fight-flight system within your body, your chemicals can't be produced that way. They won't respond. They are shut down, they are blocked, or they're reversed, going in the backwards motion, right? So you can't call in the infrastructure. So now your system on the freeway is all blocked up. And your chakras are now spinning backwards, or they're spinning too fast forward, or they're just blocked and not spinning completely at all. The chakras have major functions to the major organs they are attached to. And they take those functions very seriously, very seriously. Let me give you one example. The heart chakra. We all have a personal space. Sometimes we think if we keep people out of that personal space that we are protecting ourselves. In all actuality, you are doing the opposite. You are blocking yourself from that person, place, or thing coming into you by guarding. And now you are causing hardening of the arteries, arteriosclerotic heart disease, a hardening of the heart walls. You may have to take medication because you've slowed the heart rate down to a bradycardic state, or now you have tachycardia, and now you have anxiety because you feel like your heart's not operating correctly. You have a blocked chakra. That's it. It's a blocked chakra, and it cannot function and take its function seriously. So therefore it causes a discomfort or a dysfunction in the body, causing a dis-ease, and we die before our time. I don't want that to happen to any of you, any of you. And so if I can share what I know, and it's self-taught and self-administered, and it doesn't cause you any pain, why wouldn't you try it? You would, right? So these meridians are the plug-in, if you will, where you go and plug your Tesla in to charge it. Okay? So you're taking in all the information, but if you don't get to the station to plug that in, your chakras are not going to receive that energy, right? And if they don't receive that energy, that vital energy to promote the function that they are required to do, they can't do their job. And so now the infrastructure can't be called in. You can't say, oh, I don't want to walk down that street right there, because your fight flight will be off, and you might walk down a street where someone has a gun and is ready to rob you, because your sensory input is not taking in. It's taking in, but you're blocking it from being plugged into the energy center to allow those chakras to spin and promote that function within the organ and alert you. I don't want to walk down that alley, man. I feel funny. My gut's telling me no. Your body cannot do it. You shut it down. Most know this, so I want to give you some modalities that will help. You know, I'm a shamanista, a healer. I do tarot cards, and I'm fully awakened. When you become fully awakened, divine will give you gifts. I don't know what your gifts are. I know what my gifts are because they're my gifts. And you may have been saying your entire life, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what my purpose here in life is. I can't figure it out. And you may be running around in a habitual mind pattern of the egoic collective that is no fault of your own because you were taught it, and it's causing you mental, physical, psychological suffering, samsara. And when you cause that to your body, you cause disease and death, and you die before your time, my friends. And please, please don't do that. Give yourself a chance. Love yourself, please. So I want to do a couple things. I'm going to do the singing bowl first. And I'm going to give you some simple modalities. Hello, Fairy. Simple modalities. These are self-taught, self-administered. You can teach them to a 9-year-old. It's very beautiful to do in grade schools between the ages of 9 and 18. They are inundated, those children, with so much data coming at them. And they have so much on them that this would help in the school district. And these children are our future. Their children are our future. And evolution is on its way out with distinction. If these sentinel beings do not take this quantum leap, and wake up. Wake up. So I'm going to do the singing bowl 3 times. Hello, American one. Thank you all so much for stopping in. This means so much to me to teach this to you guys and to share what's been so graciously given to me. It's not me, it's spirit, it's pure love. I see Christ consciousness in every single one of you. Every single one of you. I don't judge you. I'm not up here. I'm not down here. I'm not indifferent. I'm not anything. I am consciousness, and I'm going to hold space for you. Turn the other cheek and ask God to give you forgiveness, for you know not what you do. That's why you're not aware. When you become aware, then you will know. And when you know, what have I always said? When you know, you do better, right? So take the pointers, take the side road, take the speed bumps, try the modalities out, do some self-investigation and exploration within oneself. The true essence of love is self, consciousness. You will never find this that I have inside me outside of me. It's not in people, it's not in places, and it's not in things. Those things will give you a temporary satisfaction for a very short time, and you will be off seeking something again. Renounce seeking, or renounce nothing and seek nothing, right? So let's get this party started, shall we? Take a deep breath in. If you don't know what somatic breathing is, if you can take your hands and you can place them right on your abdomens, on your sides, you'll feel 2 floating ribs. They kind of stick out. And if you place your hands there, somatic breathing or proper prana breathing is to breathe out. When you inhale, your abdomen exhales out. When you inhale, your abdomen retracts back to your spine. Most people are breathing the opposite way, which is a fight, flight breathing pattern, because they're running on the mind and not the heart. Okay? So you probably don't know that. You're probably just saying, I'm so anxious all the time, can't figure out what's going on with me. Well, you're constantly in a fight-flight mode. You never give the parasympathetic system in your body chance to come in and maintain homeostasis and bring you down. It's like taking you straight up like a rocket to the sky, but the body can't bring you back down to homeostasis because you have a blockage, an energy blockage somewhere in the body, and it's preventing healing. If you can open these energy centers, you will open up healing, turn your immune system on, and it will do profound things to your body. That's what the beauty of it is. It's magic. It's magic. It's God. Okay. Just try and center yourself and bring some stillness into you. If you want to, if you don't know what stillness is and you want to, you could put your hands like this. And as you put your hands, you can kind of separate them a little bit, You will feel a resistance between the hands. Some people say they feel like it's a rubber band or a resistance, and you may even feel a warm sensation in your hands. Those are the chakras. And there are more than these, many, many chakras, and I won't get into it in this video, but there are many, 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 and there are many in your hands, okay? So use your hands. Use your hands. So take a deep breath, do your prana breathing, deep breath in. Release. Try to imagine a blue-violet flame if you can. The blue-violet flame, it transmutes and transcends all negativity, removes all blocks from your mind, body, soul, and spirit that no longer serve you. That is Christ consciousness, and he just busts right through it. Take a deep breath. Release. Deep breath. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for being here with me. I couldn't do this without my higher ascended master's consciousness, and I just couldn't do it. Now, I do a lot of modalities. I've talked a lot about this to many people before, and I just want to I wrote this down because some people don't know, and I want to give you the factual information. Kinesis, are you familiar with kinesis or kinesiology? And if you're not, it's what it means is that you're applying pressure to a muscle that is fed by a specific type of energy. So my heart muscle is fed by an energetic pathway called a chakra that spins and functions for my heart, right? And if that is a block there, the strength of that muscle, I can feel as a healer when I place my hand over someone's heart. It provides me the state in which the energy that's associated with that muscle is, and the state of the organ in which the muscle it's governing. I sometimes can place my hands over a specific area and feel a lymphatic blockage where the system is not draining the lymphatic from the arms and the legs. And I actually can feel as the client's actual experiencing it. And then I open it and clear it. So these are methods I use when I go out and do my shamanism, and I use them on clients when they come into my studio for Reiki. You can use massage, you can use tapping, you can use heat, you can use music, you can use many modalities to move energy. Some of you might know it by acupuncture. The acupuncturists found 360 hot spots on our body, on the surface of our skin, and they will place needles in them or provide heat, massage, or manipulation. They're doing the same thing. They're opening up a meridian and moving energy that's stuck from one area to another. So these modalities will offer you space. They will balance you. They will bring harmony in and maintain some homeostasis. If you do this as a regular maintenance, you can do it in the shower when you're showering. Imagine the violet flame, right? And do these exercises. It's about 4 to 8 minutes. I think you're worth it. You can take any kind of the herbs and spices and incenses that you like, and you can use them and you can offer them up to the spirits. This is your way of saying thank you. Earth, wind, air, and fire are earth elementals, and they should be respected. So when you do a ritual or a ceremony and you take it seriously, God's providing that healing for us. I'm not providing it to anybody. God's just using me as a channel. That's it. So, wrap up some nice gifts. It's pretty cheap. You can put some tobacco and some sage and some cedar and some pine, Palo Santo, some frankincense, and you can just put it in a bag like this, or a really pretty bag, and you can hang it outside and you can offer it up to Father Sky, Gaia, and north, east, south, and west and show your gratitude. And you can burn a little small bowl fire, in something, and then put some of the cedar in there and then bless yourself 4 times with the cedar. Open your mouth. And you're breathing in those elementals. Very powerful energy. Very, very powerful. If you Google energy, it's 1 trillion times stronger than lightning. And lightning will kill you. You do the math. So I'm going to give you a few modalities, okay? So I'm going to put this down. The first one I want you to do, I wear a amethyst at my throat chakra most of the time just to protect my throat chakra. You don't have to go to those extremes if you have no problem expressing your truth and you don't need that kind of protection. Then, you make your own choices, right? So the first one I want you to do is take your hand and place it over your heart, your left hand. And I want you to touch your thumb and place your right hand over it. Maybe 3 to 4 times you can do it, about a minute, minute and a half, 3 minutes, whatever you feel like. Try to feel the heartbeat of your heart. You can take, here's your collarbones. If you follow your collarbones down to right here, there are 2 notches. This is called K27. These notches are meridian points. Right below the meridian point is an indentation. If you rub this indentation all the way out, might mean, it's a little sore to you at first to do it. Follow your collarbone down. There are the notches. Come down, rub, just gently massage all the way out. This is going to drain the lymphatic system in your arms and your legs. That is how your lymphatic system drains, okay? If your lymphatic system is not draining properly, you get lymphatic disorders, inflammation, pain, and a whole lot of other stuff going on, okay? So do that one. Just below that, you'll see a little notch right here on my chest. This is your thalamus gland, and you can tap your thalamus gland. You're telling your thalamus gland to activate and release the hormones that it needs to release to the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus and hippocampus of the brain. Okay, do that one. You can get a crystal, a white crystal, a quartz crystal, and you want to make sure it has a little tiny hole on them. I don't know where I got this one. Make sure it has a little string on it or something, right? And the chakras run from the crown. Well, I'll start at the root. You have the root chakra, the womb chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown. Those are the ones that are used for primary vitality and homeostasis for life. You have numerous other chakras, so don't worry about that for now. But you can lay flat on your bed in the morning. You can do it in your shower, standing up. And what you're going to do, I'm going to demonstrate here because I can't demonstrate on my root. I want you to take the chakra, the crystal, and put it in your hand like this. And your chakras run counterclockwise. So you're going to run this counterclockwise above each chakra, your third eye, for about a minute, your throat, your heart, and you're just going to follow the modality all the way down. You start from the bottom and work up, and then your crown, You may begin to feel like you're spinning like a top, like someone took a little top and caused you to spin. You can do that for 1 to 3 minutes or however long it's comfortable for you. You can place your hand here. You do thumb to ring finger, and you're going to tap here. Most healers don't give their secrets away. So I don't think they're secrets. I think everybody should know this shit. Then you're going to tap over here on this rib cage. We have an optic chiasma that crosses in our brain. The right side of our body is controlled by the left side of our brain and vice versa. And that optic chiasma is what causes that cross. So that's why I'm crossing. So you tap there and then go back and tap on top of the skull at your crown. Tap here, ring finger. Do your prana breathing the whole time. Imagine the purple violet flame of consciousness. Tap on this side now because you're crossing over, right? That optic chiasma. And tap your crown. Now, I want to tell you, energy is power. Okay, it's extremely powerful, especially at the K27. If you do this a few times, you may wake up with soreness under your armpits and in the back of your arms here. Do you see how my veins are running through? My lymphatic system is draining. My body is functioning like the machine it should. We are a machine, and we are a phenomenal healing machine, and it can do magical things for you. The other thing you can do is you can place your thumbs on your temple and 4 fingers here, and you're literally going to press down and pull to your ears. And you're going to do it all the way up, almost like if you're cracking an egg open, cracked wide open. And you do it all the way to the back of the skull. And when you hit there, you go straight down, okay? You can stand up, and because of the optic chiasma that I'm telling you in the back of your head, you can bring your hand and bring it down this way and do it this. As you put your hands down towards the ground, shake off your hands. You're shaking off the negative energy off of you. Right? You can sage yourself. You can use Palo Santo, white sages for protection, Palo Santos for increased ascension, cedar clears all negativities and blocks. You can do tapping here. Tapping here. Tapping here. Now, these are just a few, okay? These are just a few that I want to offer you. When you stand up, you can do what I call cross crawl. You can, like if you're walking, cross crawl, make sure opposite arm swings opposite leg, right? You can do that. You can place your finger in your belly button, push back and up, and at the same time, your third eye, and do that 3 to 4 times. You will feel a spinning like a top. And you can use a crystal if you have them. If you don't, you can always, the chakras are, the definition of them is disc or wheel, right? It's a wheel, it spins. And we have, like I said, governing and central canals that go this way. And the chakras go this way. And then the meridians go this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And so if you could imagine looking in one of those things as a kaleidoscope, that's what it looks like to me when spirit shows it to me. And we sit on a grid, and this universe is the grid. That's why when you go to Tibet or any of them and you see the Dalai Lama and the monks and they're doing the mandala, you see everybody holding hands on the outside of that mandala. You are that lotus that the Dalai Lama sets in the center of that mandala. You are that lotus, and that lotus lies right here inside you. It's you. It's Christ consciousness. You're not this. If you're running on this, there's no stillness there. There's no consciousness there. It's an egoic mind pattern that you were taught. And you can change that, and you can learn it's a behavior, and then the egoic mind will die, and you will be free, and you will be liberated. Another one you can do is you can take your hands here over your throat and do a throat chakra. I love the throat chakra one. I love them all. You can put your hands like this, take the palms, the butts of your palms hand, put them on your orbital bone here. Cover your eyes. If you have any allergies or sinus issues, it will clear them up right away. You can place your hands over your ears. This is a little bit of the Reiki. Energy has a vibration. It has a pattern to it. And when I work with clients, I sometimes, the only way I can explain it to them is that when I come into the room, I am flowing in perfect balance and harmony, right? And so when I place my hand on something and I get an intuitive hit from the client, I literally can tell what the client has gone through, and I tell them what they've gone through and where their problem is. And they're amazed at every single time because Spirit's showing me the actual event that is being mirrored off of their neuron or chakra within them, right? And that's why it's important to remember that every single slice of anything you've ever eaten, seen, felt, heard, or had an emotion over is mirrored in your cells. And these cells can cause a heavy, heavy, heavy physical body and cause anxiety, no sleep, depression, disease, discomfort, and dysfunction in the body, and can cause us to deteriorate before our time. If there is no momentum in the mind, there's no momentum of deterioration in the body. When there is momentum in the mind and it is so rapid, the body deteriorates rapidly. It has no other option because the egoic mind pattern is your host. And I mean, is the problem, and you are its host, and it's going to take its host down. That's what Satan wants to do. He wants to take you down. And if you live in the mind, there is no stillness, there is no consciousness, and there is no love. That's why I say there can be no true relationship. If you have a relationship with someone, you are mirroring that person, and you are mirroring the exact things that you are, you and your shadow side, and you're just mirroring them off of them. And it's a battle of the minds. And that type of relationship is not love. It's samsuriya. It's painful. When you get this, you won't require love. You won't seek it. You won't renounce anything. You won't feel superior. You won't feel inferior. You won't judge. You will see everybody as Christ consciousness, and you will forgive them for their sins and ask God to forgive them, and ask how you can be of service to guide. Because I'm no different. I'm no different than you. I created a whole lot of years of samsuriya for myself before I had my awakening. That's why they call it wisdom. It's not bad, good, or indifferent. It's only what your mind says is so. And so all of these healing modalities that I'm giving you will kick on your autoimmune system, and it will allow these systems to begin to heal your body, your mind, and your soul. Maybe look in your area, See if you can find a Reiki practitioner in your area. See if you know someone that does tapping or that kind of modality, or Google tapping. A lot of the healers don't want to share their, I don't know. I don't know what they call. I don't know why they don't want to share it. I really don't. It's free. They could. I mean, it's free, and it's almost like. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't have a thought in my mind anymore. I don't have a voice in the head that speaks to me. And so I thought that before, and now I don't really have an opinion about it. I don't really know why they do it. I just want to share what I can share and offer my assistance and give back what's so graciously been given to me. It's everybody's right to have an awakening. It is your God-given right to have an awakening. Yes, you can shut it out and you can cause the egoic mind to create and reinforce itself even stronger to where you would die probably or pass before your time because your body, your physical body would give out on you because of the dysfunction that you have going on in it. And I don't want anybody to suffer. And if I can help one person, and I'm doing what spirit wants me to do. I'm standing in my sovereignty, and I'm walking my path, and I'm speaking my truth, and I'm assisting other sentinel beings because I'm telling you, you want this. You want this, and you're seeking it in people, places, and things, and it's only going to be short-lived. Think about this. When you're driving on the freeway and somebody cuts you off or does something and you're yelling obscenities at them or flipping them off or saying anything, energy follows matter, matter follows energy. You're sending out a collective dart to the collective of negativity. You're sending and vomiting that out right to the collective, whether you think it or really say it. So maybe step back and put your hands over your heart and do your heart chakra for a couple minutes. If you want to, you could put your hand here on the crown chakra with your middle and your hand over it. And that will emanate a peace, just radiating down your body. If you feel like the world is closing in on you and they just won't let up on you, place your hands here. Deep breath in, somatic breathing, prana breathing, and very slowly push your hands out very slowly. You'll even feel resistance on your hand and warmth from the energy coming at you. That will push the energy back and allow you your personal space to breathe, reassess, and reevaluate a situation before you respond and cause suffering for yourself or another. It's beautiful. Let me look at the chat and see if I have any questions. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate you. The thalamus, most of the yogi masters they're familiar with tapping and they're familiar with modalities that I'm speaking about. I do yoga, but yoga, when I'm talking about yoga, I'm talking about Mahavakyas, big ideas, cosmic ideas. It's meditation to me. Yoga is meditation to me. Yogis teach you proper breathing, prana breathing. I do more of a tai or a qigong exercise. I do a lot of yoga, but it's only like 30 minutes, and it's just to maintain muscle mass because we lose muscle mass every year. So the thalamus is very good to do, PJ. You should do that. And you can always wear your crystals wherever you want to wear them. If you want to wear them protecting you. You can Google certain things that crystals do. Certain crystals protect certain energies, and you can use those and wear them. I have many crystals. I experienced a very beautiful experience yesterday. I went and sat on a beautiful crystal grid, and I had a cleansing and a dowsing with the medicine person, and a fire, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And I can't tell you how much he cleared for me last night. I want to thank you again for that. So I pulled 3 cards for you guys, and this is a beautiful deck I use, and it's called the Oracles of the Seven. Sevens is the primary number. 7 is the number of God, 7 days in the week, right? 7 days to create the world, and God says it's good. Monday through Friday, 7 days, right? So this is divine's number. It's a sacred number, right? And with great significance. So I pulled 3 cards for the collective on this, and I want to give the message. So it says, this is such a beautiful card. I hope you can see that. Inclusivity, being part of a whole, removing bias, seeing interconnection of all, knowing that everything you do has consequences, unity, consciousness, and the end of division. Those are the key words. So, a human being, we have a tendency to see ourselves as separate from others. The mind, that's the illusion of the mind. This perception is the root of the cosmic joke played on us all. Although our 5 senses and intellect can help us to manage our experiences in the material world, and intuition helps us to navigate these invisible energies, we still struggle with issues of identity and how we fit into this picture as a whole. You're facing a paradox today. We really are. This world needs to evolve and people need to awaken. We need much more light workers. We probably need to be focusing on being your unique self. Maybe for only, I don't know, you can bring the special harmony that you have, your gift, and your gift cannot be completed by anybody else. You must do it yourself. So you need to learn. And so you're being invited here to just step back and know that there's a bigger symphony going on. There is a bigger symphony going on here. Today, ask yourself, can you be a part of something bigger? Can you put the principles and the needs of a group maybe above your own wants? Can you fully embrace the concepts of unity or diversity and be celebrating all of the notes in this symphony? I think you can. If you can radiate simple indifference in humanity, do you know how beautiful and attractive you would be? You would be radiating love. People would be, I go to the grocery store and people come up to me and say, do you know how beautiful you are? And I don't know these people. And it's not me. It's not me. I don't have any makeup on. I'm in shorts. My hair's in a ponytail. I'm just there to get some fruit and veggies, and they see my light. Let them see your light. The other one I pulled is, I thought was so appropriate for the collective energy. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay, yeah, isn't that true? Birds of a feather flock together. Where there is misery, misery likes company. Flocking together, conforming to the norm. Sharing community, a sense of belonging, a sense of fellowship with like-hearted people, understanding the concept that we before me is the point. Birds. they flock together, don't they? They don't say this one's more better, this one's special, this one's green and it looks prettier or it has special skills. They flock together in love, in unity, in harmony as a whole. I thought it was very appropriate. Have you ever wondered how people naturally gravitate to one another and discover a surprising intimacy or connection? I do. There's a kind of magic or a mystical energy about it, isn't there? Like an invisible rays. Like I can see the rainbow and the 7 primary colors and chakras because they are there. The sun is the rays of those 7 primary colors. That's why 7 is so profound. Only the rainbow has 7 colors and the purple's on the outside. Why are you supposed to on the outside? I might Google that. See if you can figure that one out. However long you stay in this journey of becoming who you're meant to be, connecting to the community and participating in fellowship is the best thing for you right now. You will flourish as part of a network of like-minded individuals, like-hearted people. You will stick to what feels good and resonates in your heart to be true. And when you understand the value of community, you will discover everything that you've been hoping for and wanting, and much, much more. And this, my friends, is the collective outcome. Wish upon a star. Where does she have her hands, this little girl? Over her heart. She has such imagination, such, oh, God, that's beautiful. That reminds me of me. I used to look out this little tiny window that looked like a V, and I would look at the stars, and I would place my hand over my heart and wish on them. Because I knew I was part of those stars. Even then I knew. It says, do you believe in your dreams and that they can become real? Or do you just shrug them off and shy away from them and yourself and say, oh, that's unrealistic? What if you could trust the world around you and that it held promise that you yet hadn't realized? Perhaps the point all along is not how something can happen, but the power of wishing and intending it. We humans have multiple ways of rituals, right? Of owning a dream, and we want to manifest. We do. We want to manifest it down into our physical form here in the 3D realm. But energy is thoughts. If you're thinking negative thoughts and trying to manifest $1,000, it ain't coming, right? So tossing up the coins in the wishing well, it's symbolizing the act of letting go on how it's supposed to come out, how it's supposed to work out, that you're trusting divine universe and allowing the plan to unfold exactly the way it's supposed to. I know this is a hard concept. There is no plan greater than the one that consciousness will reveal to you. You think you have a beautiful, blissful plan. It will shy in comparison to what he or she will show you. And the reason I call spirit a she is because I'm a she. And I am spirit. I am consciousness. I am Buddha. So I'm a she. And if you're a male, a masculine, you're going to call it a he because you'll say, I am Buddha and I am he. You will be the emperor and I am the empress, right? It doesn't mean anything. It just means we're managing the masculine and feminine energy within us. That yin and that yang symbol, right? The fishes, that one's black and one's white. It's not a duality, it's a polarity. And the polarity is that to find oneness, to find stillness, you must be silent. You must be still and quiet, the voice in the head. These modalities that I use will assist you in allowing you to quiet the mind and center yourself in oneness. Things you can do outside is go out in nature. If you're feeling unbalanced, Take your shoes off and stand in the elements of the sand, the water, or the grass. It promotes homeostasis within your body. Within 10 minutes, it'll bring it into homeostasis. And as soon as you walk out of there and you bring all that bag of rocks and baggage with you back into the mind, you're going to have to go out and do some dowsing and some cleansing and some tapping and some Reiki and some meditation and some more centering. So Spirit's saying nothing's bad or good. Walk a middle road. And it's only what the mind tells you is bad or good. That's it. There's everything on this earth that I've given you. I want you to have love, joy, peace, and everything that you seek. I don't want you to seek anything. I don't want you to renounce anything. God says, come to me. Come to me, and I will give you the kingdom of heaven. And if you choose free will, which you have, and you don't, and you deal with the 3D realm down here with Satan in the lower mind, you're causing some Syria for yourself and others. So I want to ask you to please, there's a big old moon coming up on the 20th, 7:49. I have it written in my astrology notes. I'm going to do a video on it. Profound energy. Saturn is not going to be in this placement in another 28.8 years. Probably won't be there in my lifetime again. So if you don't want to repeat a 28.8 year cycle, try some of these things. If you keep saying to yourself, I keep doing this over and over and over and over and over and over, and I can't figure it out, try a different way. Look at some other different ways than what you were taught. Use some modalities, and then Spirit will come in and speak to you through clairvoyance, clairaudient, clairsentient, psychic, esoteric teachings through Christ. It's not voodoo. It's not magic. It's esoteric teachings through Christ, right? There's a story I want to tell to end this, and then you guys can please share the video. I would appreciate it so, so much. Maybe sound off in the comments section. If you're looking for someone to guide you, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. There is a story about all of the disciples were sitting around and they were talking to Jesus. And they were saying, well, where should we hide the soul? And one said, well, maybe we should hide it in the mountains. And he said, no, we can't hide it in the mountains. People will climb up there. They'll get there. They can climb that high. One said, well, maybe we could put it at the bottom of the depths of the sea. And he said, no. I don't want to put it down there in the bottom of the depths of the sea either. People can snorkel down there and get it, right? So a shamanista or shaman or medicine man or healer stepped up. That was a healer of Jesus and said, place the soul in the person's heart. They won't look there. And he did. You don't know consciousness lies within you until you gain awareness. That's what spiritual awareness is, right? That's why they call it awareness. So ask yourself, do self-investigation. Ask yourself questions. Why do I feel that way? Is that something that someone taught me? Why am I acting that way? Is that a behavior someone showed me how to do? Why isn't it yielding me results anymore and causing me suffering? Am I doing it wrong? Am I failing? Because you're going to habitually beat yourself up on that habitual hamster wheel, that karmic hamster wheel, until you gain the wisdom that you are Christ consciousness and the things you were taught are false. And when the veil comes down, you'll know. And it's no fault of your own. So give yourself some slack. I didn't know either. Cut yourself some slack, right? Just practice some of the modalities. Investigate for yourself. Question, who am I? Who am I? And then investigate. Excuse me. My throat chakra has been acting up all day because of these energies, and I've been doing a lot of healing today. So my lymphatic system is draining because my arms are sore. My chest is sore from the energy. So I'll probably go and do some downtime and unwind. I will cleanse myself again with some cedar, and I will have a nice meditation, and I will use some plant medicine, and I will lay my soul down for the night. I have an autonomic nervous system and a body that's working perfectly, and it will wake me up at 6 in the morning on the dot. I don't even need an alarm. It's beautiful. If you're interested in some help, you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. I have emails down in all of my videos, 2 of them. I have emails in my About section. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. I love teaching. I've done it my entire life as a nurse, and I'm going to continue doing it as a shaman and healer. And so just know this is not me, guys. This is consciousness using this vehicle to assist others on their journey and find God, oneness. And I want to share that with you, and I want to give that to you. And because I know you'll say the same thing. You'll say, this is the biggest thing I've ever accomplished in my life. My job, my husband, my home, my kid, my grandkids, my bank account, my car, none of it brought this. None of it. All those things are special. Those are the adding on, as Jesus puts it in the Bible. Could you imagine if you're awakened, resonating with another sentinel being, and what type of relationship you would have at that point? You wouldn't judge that person. You wouldn't mirror them. You wouldn't be above them or below them. You wouldn't manipulate them. You wouldn't harm them. You wouldn't lie to them. And you most certainly would do everything to let that person's light shine, and they would do the same for you. That is true love. If you're running from here, it's not love. This is where love resides. That's just the adding on that Jesus puts it in the Bible. That's what I believe. That's what I believe to be true because I'm sitting in it. And I was married 30 years and did not give me this. Not even close. Not even close, right? And it's not any fault of my ex-husband's or mine. It just is what it is. That's the samsuriya. That's the polarity of hiding your soul in your heart. And you have to seek consciousness. Find it. Not seek it. Find it. Find it. Don't seek and don't renounce. Self-investigation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, PJ. I do my best. I'm not probably the greatest teacher, but I can add to the pot. And I think where everyone can add, it's a great, 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 beautiful thing. It's an adding on. We all have a place in this world. We all have a message to share. We all have a job to do. And my job versus their job or your job is no different, no more special, no more unique, or no more anything. It is just your job. And it is not about us. It's about the collective and consciousness, right? And so we are not evolving. We are not gaining wisdom. And this planet is going to go into distinction just like the dinosaur ages did. So get ready, people. It's coming. And these energies are very powerful. And if you need astrology help, or you need energy help, or tapping help, or readings, just reach out to me. I'm always here to help. Those are divinations that will assist you in opening up these beautiful, magical doors. I love you guys so, so much. Please remember to say prayers for the 9/11. We are on the 20-year anniversary. Send your condolences out to the family and to the first responders and the 9/11 crew. Send love out to the collective. Ask yourself each time you try to send that negativity out, Try to remember where you're sending it. That person in that car, that person you're screaming at, don't care. But us as a collective, we're being harmed as a whole, and we don't know we're doing it. And so now you know you're doing it. Now you can be aware. You can center yourself with some tapping and some Reiki, and you can just say, I don't need to respond like that. That's just behavior. And I can change behavior. And that is beautiful, right? That is loving another person and overlooking with simple indifferences to humanity. And love shines through that pure love. And you will be immensely attracted. Immensely. Please sound off in the comment section. Share the content. I don't know. Plenty of people are looking for spiritual awakening, spiritual information, these types of modalities. I would appreciate it if you would share it with the collective so that they can have it as well. I'll share it on my end. I love you guys so, so much. I hope your family's well. I hope you're dealing with these challenging times and circumstances that we're going through to the best of your ability. And if I can assist you and be of service in any way, don't hesitate to ask. I love you guys. Namaste.